9. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up.
It's been a while since we've been here. Hi again, everyone, and welcome back here to Pizza Race TV live at Concord, North Carolina. We are down here at the famous Concord Speedway, and tonight the Legend Series will have a little race on their hands as they are going to see Pushing Limits Racing League bring them back out on the track here and now on Pizza Racing TV. Hi everyone, I am Christian the Crusader Shriver, and I will be doing this one on my own again here. Unfortunately, we have old Kenneth Crawford, unfortunately, sadly not quite feeling the best here, so he's going to have to hide this one out. But he'll be joining us in the comment section below. And while we get ready to settle down here for tonight's action here, let's take a look at our starting lineup. On the pole, we see the 77, that'll be Bob Hutchins, and to his outside, it's a 51 of Eric G. Gann. Car number 2 is going to be Matthew Alford, and the 84 his outside, it'll be Robert the Rattlesnake Khan, the 21. Row 3, C. Chantel, Throttle Bottle in the 5, and then finally outside, Ron Mans in the number 8. Final starters, it'll be Wally Babb in the 099, is outside Jeffrey Todd Tufts, the 72. Field set, ready to go here for tonight's action in Pushing Limits Racing League. Starting lineup, obviously a big major factor going into this one. A close points race between Eric G. Gann and the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn. And again, with a multiple series and multiple races spanning across different tracks, different landscapes and areas, not just with Legends, but with street stocks, with super late models, with late models, and even more so coming up very, very soon. There is so many tracks left at stake. These drivers are going to have to get tempered with and get smart with if they wish to survive and hang with the best of them. Onto the green flag, though, we start them up. It's Grayson here at Concord. Time to throw down with the best of them here out of the gate. Everyone staying ever so close in the throttle and in the positions we go. Nobody giving an inch just yet here as they lean him down through his corner 3 and 4, if you will. There's only 3 turns here, I should say. This is a tri-oval design track. Very similar, if you will, to Pocono, if you may remember that one all too well. It's not the exact shape and distinguishability of Pocono, but it's a very close representation of it, just in a different kind of format. With only a 60-lap main event here, this is going to really test these drivers and their patience level. See if maybe that one of them can survive out and stay strong to the area end as we go on board here. Bob Hutchins, your race leader, as he's got a little bit of company there for Matthew Hoffert sneaking up right behind him here. Last time I believe we were here at Concord, North Carolina for the Speedway was with the Street Stocks here for Shake and Bake Racing League, but it's been a while since that's happened as we go on. We've got the yellow flag flying out here. Unfortunately, the 099 of Wally Bab getting taken for a little ride there. I believe Ron Mann's involved in that with him. Take a look at the PT Mr. Replay, see what transpired here. Unfortunately, it looked like maybe a mistiming and judgment here. Came right through the corner here in the 5, Chantal Paddle, right there with him as well, and it looks like Bab just kind of caught a piece of her there. Looks like maybe just a tough little incident, unfortunately. We'll take a look at it from another angle here. Just trying to drove up slightly and did catch the 5, but again, I think that may have just been a misguided error there. No matter what, though, it ended up costing her and him some time. Drivers will have to take the pace back up and figure stuff out as they get around this track, of course. Now, if you are wondering at home, okay, I heard Concord, North Carolina. I know there's another track around here somewhere. Where is that at? Well, if you don't wonder what we're talking about, yes, we're talking about Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's about 15-20 miles south of here in this case here. It's actually further down the road, but we do this little track here, obviously kind of a little bit of its own shape and own prestige as well. This track definitely been one of the landmarks for other series and ventures such as the Super Late Models, Whelen Modifieds, the Legends, of course, and the Late Models. And I guess you could say we've thrown a few street stock cars on this track before here. I don't think we've ever heard of anyone throwing the Cup Series here, which now that I think about it, I think that'd make for a good enduro, if you will, for those Lone Star Racing boys, but I don't know if they're ever thinking to go that crazy just yet. I don't know, just an idea, guys. Coming on board, back to the green flag, we run them off. Wheeling them down through turns 1, going into turn 2 here. Matthew Hoffert, the slight advantage on the outside. Bob Hutchins, though, holds the bottom lane. The Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, now looking to make a few runs up here, make some position and some track tempers there. This isn't the first time we've seen him in a legend car air on this track. They have seen him before in season 1 of Pedal to the Metal. That was when he brought the car out there and had a fight up there with the best of them. But tonight, he's having to deal with the Pushing Limits Racing League guys and a few new names, obviously, that have kind of bolstered in, try to take shape and take full aim at them, as well as the rest of the crews. I think you know what these Legend Series is all about: timing and control. There are no room for errors or no room to be making a mistake. You always stay in time, you stay in touch with your speeds. Lining them down out of corner 1, down into turn 2. Here comes the 21. The Rattlesnake on the attack here, right then on the bottom lane, trying to make a move off of Bob Hutchins. Hutchins trying to get back down there and force the hand of the 21. Not to be, though. The Rattlesnake takes the lead. Bobby Jones coming on board here tonight, rooting off for Eric G. Gans. Looks like right now he's currently in the 4th place spot, trying to gain back up to the crew. As they go on board here with that Venom helmet design machine of Eric G. Gans. The only known RC controller driver in all of iRacing. Certainly putting into his wheelhouse here tonight what he can do and what he'll be capable of. Eric G. Gann now back to the bottom. I was just talking about him a second ago. Well, he wants to be talked a little more. He makes the 84 work his way off on the outside, takes it down low. As that says, hey, bud, let's see where this one goes. Nice maneuvering there, nice control on his part here. Back in the outhouse, though, into the back of the pack. Chantel, the throttle bottle in the 5. Monster Energy, Code Red Machine, having a little bit of a distance with the green, with the Mean Green Fighting Machine, number 8. That other Monster Energy designed up. Ron Mann's currently holding him up and fighting him in pretty hard here. Wally Bab kind of trying to gain back up the ground he lost on the starts here. That little wreck did cost him some time here and some valuable efforts, but he is starting to make way and make shape. Trying to make a maneuver off there, trying to pass up both drivers for the price of one. Can't quite get it to stick, though. On board here, Ron, as you can see, that old 099 of Bab still right behind him here, trying to make a move off of him. It's so tight to make any cornering and passes here, though. Again, this isn't really a short track necessarily for these cars, this is probably one of the bigger tracks, if you will. I would say even South Boston probably a little bit shorter than this for these guys. But it is still a very technical style track. You still have to find some runs and find some momentum where you can grab them and kind of hope for the best later. And that's exactly what they're doing here and now. But other than that one wreck here, everybody has remained clean and pretty kept under control. But the ultimate question is, can they continue to keep doing that, especially knowing what is at stake here? Matthew Hoffer trying to gain some kind of ground there on Eric G. Gann. Gann knows tonight, though, he needs to get some serious points and some paydays here in order to keep ahead of the Rattlesnake. Khan has been looking for a Pushing Limits Racing League season championship, really any season championship for that matter, ever since his double championship wins just a couple of seasons ago in Pedal the Metal Racing League. He told me earlier today there is only one thing that's on his mind, that's just taking everybody down time and time again. I love to win, I love to race, that's what I'm all about. Well, you can certainly see why that is, obviously. Got the mindset of a driver and the heart of a champion in his book, but I don't know, to me at the same time, you got to be a little bit careful out there. You can't just get too full of yourself and cocky out there. You still have to remember you are a driver, and there's one thing I've learned about being a driver is sometimes Lady Luck does not play to your side. But what happens when you're, instead of having to work with Lady Luck, you're trying to deal with the forces of nature? Well, for this one, the 5 of Chantel Pottle, she currently dealing with the forces of nature and the freak of nature. She is right on the track. Unfortunately, they start saying something about it, though. Spins it right off of corner 2 there. Right into corner 2, she wins. Unfortunately, the 5 did not stay in bounds and stay in play. Goes for a spin and a tumble and a fumble. And just about ready to reach the halfway point. Unfortunately, though, the 5 did not get to it just the way she was hoping for. Ended up just kind of losing it through the corner extra there. Looked like she just kind of lifted up a little. I can't quite tell from that angle if maybe Bab got her. Looks like it might have been mostly her. Hard to tell from that angle, though. We'll take another look at it here from the 099's perspective, because honestly, I think that may warrant a little bit of a closer look. See if we can see that bumper here. That's close. Oh, I think there is contact there. Bab definitely looked like he got a little bit of it. We'll take one more look at it from another camera angle here. This one might be a little bit more of a showing of what happened. This is going to be the one that shows it right here. Yep, there is definitely contact made there. The 099 of Bab just barely eking it out and catching the 5 of Chantel Pottle. Yeah, I don't think Throttle is going to forget that one anytime soon. Drivers will have to get settled back down here as we try to get rid of our technical difficulties here. Here we are. This thing I love about live television around here. Also, just a reminder here, folks, coming up next tonight, we will see the return of the Green Mountain Grill's Fast and Fun Truck Series as they bring it down to Chicagoland Speedway. And what is their very first race on 1.5 miles all season long. They've been running on the shorter to the middle and intermediate tracks. Now they have to take on the 1.5 miles, and we know that there are some drivers out there that love to put a fight up there. Will we see a little bit of that here tonight? We will find out very soon. Leading them off. No, not quite ready just yet. They will remain under caution. Pace car will come back out. Just give them one more lap around. So just about halfway reached. Field getting ready to stretch in and again. Hob Hutchins will be your race leader still. So one of our 3 Canadians out of the other 5 drivers here tonight will lead the charge in, back on the run, and Sanctuary in down on the front straightaway they go. And Bab actually gets a really good position here on track wise because he is going to be in the middle half Coming up clean, coming up hard. Look out for Ron Manzo. Look at that number 8 machine starting to maintain a huge run off here. Whole lot of speed coming on the bottom lane here, and even the 5 Chantel Pyle trying to get back at it here after that little error she suffered earlier. The Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, way off pace and in trouble territory, but so is Todd Tufts. Todd Tufts crashing it down out of turn 1 there, no caution yet. I'm kind of surprised they did not throw the caution when they felt like they probably should have here. That's not exactly a call. I don't know if the officials were watching down there, but there was a car smack dab in the wreck. No call. Oh, Ron Mann's going to deal with the 5 Chantel Pyle a little bit here. Driver themselves. In this case, no one wanted to give it an inch. Nobody wanted to make a mistake here, but someone's got to give eventually. Matthew Hoffert in the position right now to possibly take over for the race lead. He was in that 3rd place realm earlier on. Now he's looking for the leader. Bob Hutchins trying to hold him back, trying to keep him from catching him. Does he have the momentum though? That is the question. Doing a great job here, staying in the position, staying under control, but really working off a fresh set of tires like the 5 is right now, and even Wybab was earlier on. May be the difference maker here. Oh, look out for Kahn here as well. The Rattlesnake is at it again. That Rattlesnake, man, he just does not ever know when to quit around here. Him and Energy Gans still there fighting it out for a points race. Meanwhile, for the race-wise, it's going to be a war zone up here. Look out for Hoffert. Outside line, the 84 Hoffert getting a good run down here. But it is now, right now, it is Bob Hutchins who maintains the grip in position. Down across the front straightaway. Kahn trying to make a move. He's trying to push and muscle Bob Hutchins out of the way into a 3-wide salute, but he collides right in between him and gets Hoffert out. Hoffert wrecking it right down on the turn 2. And the 84 gets the worst end of this one. That'd be aggressive driving for you, but that one certainly gave you quite a bit. Take a look at this here from another angle. Looks like Hoffer kind of got drove up top and nowhere to go, but that was a whole lot of runoff. Let's see. Okay, Hoffer. All right, so in his case, he just got a little tag there from Gann that kind of helped him get spun, but it was Kahn and Bob that ended up almost colliding down to a wreck there. Both drivers were able to clean up their act and get it centered away, but caution coming out at the right time this time. And the Rattlesnake will stay out on pit and try to maybe do something here with this lead. Drivers are going to want to hurry up, though, because that pace car's coming around. All drivers currently getting their cars reset for tires, everything fielded in. Get the cars back out on the track. Bob will be first out. Ron Mann's decided to stay out a little later, so it might help him out a bit here. Looks like everybody behind the 5, though, is going to be put a lap down. They'll look to get the wave around. Because this is a short track circumstance and situation, the officials usually look at the landscape and the run. We'll see what they opt to do here. I think they may end up just having them race it out here, which if they do, that's going to be a bit of a tough spot, a tough draw. That's a bad place here because Eric G. Gann, he got really kind of the short end of the stick here when it comes to being in that top half. Robert Kahn and Bob Hutchins may have outsmarted the entire field, including Wally Babb in that 0.99. Looks like they will let Hoffer and Chantel go back ahead, but they will have to go to the outhouse to get a work way and then. Tell you what, gang, yeah, they got the caution out that time. You got to remember, though, these officials, they're watching every little ounce, every little detail out there. So sometimes they miss something, that something happens. But, you know, I could say working from actual speedways and working with actual tracks, that there's a lot that goes into it that a lot of folks do not understand or they cannot figure out. So it's very easy to get kind of caught off guard and kind of get into a bit of a bad circumstance. You just can never be too sure. until it's really too little too late. Looking to bring him back around out of turn 3, get this restart going. And the field will stack rack tack on the back end. We are coming up on our final laps. 20 to go here at Concord. And once again, the Rattlesnake off to a strong start. But I've got a feeling on those last laps, Bob Hutchins might remember what Con did to him a little bit ago. I don't think he'll forget about that all too well. Bob looks like he's trying to get back down the bottom quickly and make Con pay for that. He's trying. He's trying a lot here. He's getting pretty close here. One wrong move in those turns, and that could spell disaster for both drivers. Oh, it just spelled now. Bob spins it. Oh. Collides in. Looks like Eric G. Gann got a piece of it. Yellow flag is out again. I couldn't tell from that angle. Maybe Bob just overdrove it into turn 3, or where that went wrong. All we do know is something did not go right. Take a look at this. Oh yeah, you can see right there. He clips the right rear corner panel of the Rattlesnake, and that causes that caution to come out. We'll take another look at it from another angle here. This is going to be our cockpit view here, and this is what Bob was watching. Again, this is just the hard part about these Legends. Again, they're not like your usual Fender cars where you can generally put a little bit of a cushion on them and put some bumper to them. These cars, you got to be a little more delicate with them. You got to treat them more as if they're open wheelbases, because they're short-linked, they're tough to master, and they're extremely a bit of a handful if you're not careful out here. Field getting ready to wrap back and put them on the attack here. You get a good look at some of the drivers again. Their eyes just held the tail, man. They've been through a whole season and a half, mentally and physically. There's a reason why they call it Pushing Limits Racing League, and this is certainly why. So here we go. One more time around, then we initiate the green flag restart. They'll have about 13 laps remaining. For those that have tuned on in with us so far, we do appreciate you and support, and really hope you support us back. If you are new to the channel, then really there is only one thing we ask. Please head on over to our YouTube and subscribe there, where you can see all this racing in action here. But we also will have some action coming up here in just a little bit. So if you like and follow us up here on Facebook, you will not miss the beat of the drum when we hear the Green Mountain Girls come alive at Chicagoland Speedway. And then tomorrow night, a little bit more of a special race coming at Watkins Glen for the Fast and Fun Champion Power Equipment Cup Series. You'll tune in there as well. And of course, RTC iRacing League will bring back their Pro Series, and we'll see them in action down in New Hampshire Motor Speedway. And then the capital off for the week, we'll have, of course, another return of the Spartan Logistic Management LLC iRacing IROC Series. They'll bring them on Thursday night. Cannot wait to see what they've got in store, and the return of former NASCAR driver, I believe Bobby Hamilton Jr. will be returning with us. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to have ourselves some more NASCAR drivers on our weekly podcast, so you best be sure you never miss a beat when we come onto the show. Line them off out of turn number 2, back down to the back straightaway. We'll reel them in for the restart zone. The 21 of Robert Kahn is your race leader in the Mobile 1 machine, but Wally Babb, the 099, had a pretty eventful night to say the least. He's up 5 spots, looking to do the unthinkable and get his first win here tonight. Wheeling and dealing, my boys and girls, charging hard out of the corner here for turn 1 into number 2. It's a side-by-side drag race here as they lean him down. Look out for that 84 Hofford, though. And the 5 Chantel Pottle even sneaking her way back into this field. Laps winding down. Final 11. Whoa! My bad! Look out! Oh, my! Well, Eric G. again goes for a huge ride and a half down there in turn number 2. You saw the car go completely airborne, but holy smokes. Drivers getting all out of control here, and things just getting even more crazy as we continue to watch this race progress. It's a bit of a hard angle to tell from that spot. Looks like the 99 got cut off or got cut in, and you can see right here again. Oh my goodness. Oh! How the heck that roll cage stayed intact and stayed under control, I have not the foggiest idea, but he is okay. He is moving in the car. Take another look at this one. Well, there's what happened. 5 stayed low, Bab brought it down slightly, and then watch this, the 51, good lord. Oh my goodness. He literally pogoed that roof off the top of the wall protection, and that's not on the fence. That's literally on the edge of the wall protection. That's like the worst end to hit it off of. That's like saying in a WWE match, you hit the hardest part of the ring, which is that turnbuckle with your head. That does not feel good. Yikes. Well, everyone is okay so far, and they will bring him back around, try to field in for one more restart, if you will. Dan Half joins us in now. Bidding time before I'm in the truck race later. We'll certainly see you there. Well, my friend, enjoying the broadcast so far. Appreciate the support, sir. And Tony Westcott saying those graphics on the helmet are pretty cool. Yep, that's kind of why we set that camera in there, my friend. We try to give us some different angles and perspectives here. Gotta reinvent the wheel every now and then when it comes to some little things and some minor twitches, so believe me, I'm still trying to find some more graphic overlays we could use for these broadcasts. Maybe make every broadcast feel a little more special. We're looking into it, folks. Trust me there. So here we go. We're going to bring it back to the restart here. And Robert the Rattlesnake Khan still is your race leader. But he'll have to deal with Matthew Hopper there in the 84. And those two last night at Watkins Glen had a heck of a wailing fight in a time and a half there. But I heard Hoffer to me say earlier on, he's like, I saw Colin blocked me and I knew he was trying to keep his run, but tonight, if I have to put a bumper to him, I have no troubles doing that. I need every point I can get. And he is very much right. The points race right now is extremely tight. Bob Hutchins making a return here in the 77, of course, which is great to see him back. But, you know, for Khan and Hofford, even Wallybab, points are everything here for these drivers. Hofford has a chance at possibly making a bit of a run at the championship if he can perform really well in these next races and the other guys fall back just a slight bit. Anything happens here on Pizza Race TV. Anything can happen in any league. Will we see something like that happen here and now? Bring it back to the restart. Let's find out. 5 laps to go here. The high 5 in the air. The flagmen warning the drivers. You got 5 to go. You better make them count. And speaking of that 5, look at her driving it hard through turn 3 yet again, trying to hold the bottom lane there, but the 99 may have a little thing or two from earlier. I'd say both of them are pretty equal at this point. Oh! And speaking of equal, the 5 of Chantal Bottle getting right into the rear end of Matthew Hofford. And Hofford's run may have just came to a decisive end. Oh my lord. Well, we're going to a green-white checker now, folks. But yikes. What on earth happened here? Let's take a look at the replay. We're going to go back and look at this one. I'm not sure if Hoffer cut down on her or what happened, but you see Hoffer got a good run here. Oh! Man, 5 literally just drove in hard, and Khan had to slow down a little bit because Hofford was right on his tail. And Hofford actually gets the short end of the stick because the way the 5 drove up, it ended up kind of slinging shot it right in to the 84. Ho ho. Yikes. There's another look at it. You can see right there, the car just slips up slightly. It gets into the bumper, but it still tags enough of the 84. Causing for the caution to come out and now creating this green-white checkered restart, and I don't think this is what the Rattlesnake wants to see. I think he was hoping that it would stay green so he can just finish this one out, but a green-white checkered is extremely unpredictable here on a short track basis. Well, we're about to find out which one is going to get the advantage and who's going to win this one out. We'll have 2 to go. Can the 5 get a win here in pushing limits finally, or will she have to fall victim to the rattlesnake again? Those two have a rivalry that span upon 2 platforms and many generations and years of the racing world. This time around, out of turn 3, we sling him down and throw him in. Off of corner 3. Which one is it going to be? Green flag back on out at Concord. Oh, look at Bob Hutchins, though. 3 wide, slewing it right into turn 1. Oh, he made it stick. He made it stick. Edged out safe. Gabby stand for the 5 of the 21. Eric Teagan managed to escape with this one. Caution is out again, though. And just like that, from hero to 0. I don't even know where to begin with this one. What the heck happened there? Let's just take a look at the replay. Well, looks like Con may have slowed down again, and the 5, well, kind of found herself in a bit of a rough ride there and ended up tagging him and herself out of that one this time. We'll take one more look at it. Very similar to the last one, but look at Bob, man. He just snuck that thing in and went 3 wide. I thought that was where we were going to see the wreck at. This was not what I thought was going to happen. That was like the last thing I would have thought happened here, but unfortunately, it ended up being that circumstance. Let's take a look at the 84, though. Matthew Hoffert's onboard camera here. You're going to see this one play out in front of everything. Here's Bob. 99 backs off. You don't want nothing to do with it. Con and Chantel are wrecking. And Hoffert's trying to get out of there, but ends up finding Ron Manson is outside. Nowhere to go. Him and Bab were completely tied in and kind of keeping him from the run. And besides the damage on that front end, he has nothing left to lose. He's just going to go for it. Con is still in pit road. He has not gotten out of it since the wreck. That might have ended his night, and maybe one way or another could have hurt his points race and his championship run. Oh boy. Well, right side though for Eric G. Gann. He may be able to pull off a win on the asphalt side of things. He's an extremely good dirt track racer. I will not discount him there. He is extremely good there. I have a hard time holding him back on that on those tracks, but asphalt-wise, he does struggle a little bit. That RC controller basis, the way you have to try to turn it in, it doesn't necessarily make for a good control and consistency on saving tires. But for a track like this and for a car like this, this might actually be playing more into his wheelhouse. Robert Kahn is going to get the 21 back out on the track. And boy, this might be the toughest move for him. If he can find a way, that's not saying this is impossible here, but if he finds a way to get ahead of everyone and take this one out, honestly, that would be an impressive maneuver. I don't think he can be too mad after that, but you never can be sure here. This is anybody's ball game. We saw what Bob Hutchins will do on a restart. Well, he'll have to use that same tactic he did just a bit ago to wheel and deal to a win. But Eric G. Gann is no man you can just count out here. Don't count him out. Don't count any of the guys right now, or the ladies. We're back for the green. Which one can finish it? We have 2 more. We have only 1 more attempt after this. If they mess this up, looks good so far. So far, so good. Clean off the corners. Here we go. 1 more corner, and then they will throw the white, and there are no more cautions after that. White flag is out. Eric G. Gann up top side right now. Bob Hutchins straight on the bottom lane, looking for the opening. Trying to make it work, trying to make it stick. They'll have us 1 more chance to catch him in turn 3. Gann stays down low. A perfect turn for Eric G. Gann. The 51 takes him to victory lane at Concord. A strong finish for 3rd with Ron Mance proving he can put up a fight here, but did not take down the Bab camp. Wally Bab will walk away 3rd, and Bob Hutchins with a solid victory and a half. But for Eric G. Gann, maybe the most satisfying win yet for him and his crew, and his first win ever on the asphalt side of things with the Legends at Concord. And I think it's time for a celebration from the 51. Let's see if he lets it rip here. Nope, he says, nope, I'm not enough. I'm parking this one, guys. I can't blame him, so that's one thing. So we'll take a look at our finishers here tonight. Here is your final results now, presented in part by Pushing Limits Racing League. Eric G. Gant somehow, some way, sneaks by and takes it all to the bank. Second going to Bob Hutchins, third to Wally Babb, fourth to Ron Mans, fifth to Robert Kahn, sixth to Matthew Hoffert, seventh to Chantel Pottle, and eighth to Jeffrey Tatus, rounding out your field. What a race and what a night. And here he is now, race fans, your winner in victory lane. Give it up for Eric G. Gant. And again, I believe, as I said it already, this is your first win ever on the asphalt side of things, especially with these Legend 34s at Concord Speedway, sir.
Don't hear you.
Hold on, folks. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Did you hear anything we said the first time, or you need us to talk again?
Yeah, go ahead and say it again. I didn't hear you.
So your first time ever in the Legends 34s at Concord getting a win here, and I believe this is your first win, obviously, with these cars on this track, as well as your first win on the asphalt side of things with the broadcast-wise. How does it feel to get this one dialed in and win tonight, bud?
A lot of luck and a lot of tire wear that these cars were doing, so you had to kind of conserve your tires, so I was trying to do that a lot, and then a lot of the luck of missing the wrecks and avoiding everything.
You certainly did, man. You had a lot of clairvoyance and good work on keeping an eye on things, but I got to ask you, as you pretty much had to walk away from everything else in between, do you feel like this car could have been put in a worse position here, or do you feel like this was all you needed to do to win it tonight?
I mean, I wasn't definitely not the fastest, but I mean, I was, probably top 3, top 4 cars, but it's just being there at the right time is what really happens.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, though, my man, you are walking away with a W and a victory. So I have to ask you, as you're coming away with it all, is there anybody you want to thank you for this one?
Oh, yeah, I'd like to thank everybody over at Pushing Limits Racing. They always have some pretty cool races. You guys here at PTM for hosting, and the guys at Dirtbag Racing, which, they're my team that we run with. We run, every so often on Sundays for points, and we actually ran this track last night with 3 different classes of cars, and I ended up picking the legend car just to make some laps. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch and certainly fun to give you all the support and show. My man, you are walking away with the W. Congratulations here at Concord.
Thank you.
Eric G. Gant, ladies and gentlemen, your race winner at Concord, North Carolina's Concord Speedway. We'll tell you the second place finisher here as well. A little shout out to Bob Hutchins. A great showing from the man we haven't seen in quite some time here. Had a lot of hard racing in his day and a lot of hard racing from the past. It's great to see him performing at that highest level. And to Wally Babb as well. Congratulations to him. I believe this is his first top 3 podium finish this season so far. Good showing from him and the drivers and race fans. That is all I got for you for our first main event. I said first because we got another one coming. Green Mountain Grill's Fast Fun Truck Series is up next. Stay tuned. In about a half hour, we go back live here on Pizza Racing TV. But for all of us here on the show, if you're tuning out for now, we will say farewell. Thank you for tuning in, and we love you guys. See you when the green flag flies again.